Welcome. My name is Terry Norris from LeanConsultingWorks LLC. We provide on-site lean consulting and training. Thank you for joining me today for a quick overview of the 5 principles of lean. Let's get started by looking at the 5 principles. They are value from the customer's perspective, value stream, all the steps in the value stream to include the non-value added items, flow, creating a smooth flow through the value stream, pull, the right amount pulled at the right time, no more, no less, and perfection, the elimination of all waste in the value stream. For this video, I'd like to use a routine doctor's appointment as an example to help describe these 5 principles. Please note that I could have used any process from any type of industry. I chose a doctor's visit because it is something that most everyone can relate to. Let's start by looking at the first principle, value. The customer determines value, so first you have to identify who the customer is. In this case, it would be the patient. The patient in our example has identified 5 steps that they consider value added. The value added steps are the ones you see in green. All of the other steps add no value for the patient and are considered waste. For our example today, the only type of waste we'll look at is waiting. Now let's look at the value stream, the second lean principle. The value stream would be all the steps taken during the patient's visit to include the waste. Now that we know who the customer is and what the customer considers value added, we know exactly what the non-value added steps are and should work to reduce or eliminate each of those steps. So if you look at our example, you'll see the total time for a doctor's visit is 90 minutes, of which 65 of those minutes are considered non-value added by the customer. So we do a process improvement event and remove 5 minutes of value added time and 40 minutes of non-value added time, reducing the overall processing time by 50%. So the main point is this. Traditional approaches normally focus only on the value added steps and ignore the non-value added steps. If we'd used the traditional approach in our doctor's visit example, we'd only had a 5 or so minute reduction in the overall visit versus a 45-minute reduction. Considering the entire value stream is an extremely effective approach in reducing overall process times. Alright, let's look at the third principle of lean, flow. And it's not just flow, the goal should be to work towards single piece flow versus working in batches. This is what the flow of a patient's visit would have likely looked like in our original example. The patient would have entered in through the waiting room and checked in, and then back to the waiting room to wait. And at some point they'd get their vital signs taken, and back to the waiting room to wait, and then off to the laboratory to get their lab work done, and then to the exam room to wait for the doctor. In our example, it was a 30-minute wait. Then off to check out to get their prescriptions and discharged. After our process improvement event, we established a better flow using value stream mapping, root cause analysis, standard work, and other lean tools. Also, I'd like to mention the 5th principle of lean, perfection. The idea of perfection is to continuously work to reduce and eliminate waste until it is completely gone, producing a product or service with 0 defects and 100% customer satisfaction. It is near impossible to reach true perfection, but that should always be the goal. I believe that perfection is the least understood and most neglected lean principle applied during lean transformations. Lastly, we'll look at the 4th principle of lean, pull. Push systems, the opposite of pull, normally works with no regard for the next process downstream, and the work is not initiated by the customer. Pull systems respond to the customer demand and produce only what a customer wants, when they want it, no more, no less. Pull also seeks to eliminate overproduction, which magnifies all of the other types of waste. Using our original example, before we applied lean principles, let's say that after check-in patients were sent or pushed to get their vital signs taken. They were being sent forward without regard for the process downstream. The patients would then become WIP or human WIP or work in process. In a pull system, as you see at the bottom of the slide, there would be some type of signal used to pull the next patient forward, one patient at a time. In summary, the 5 principles of Lean are: value from the customer's perspective. The customer may be internal or external. Value stream, all of the steps in the process to include the waste or the non-value added steps. Flow, the value added steps should flow unhindered in the value stream. Pull, you work in a process only when there is a customer requirement. And perfection, a complete elimination of waste or non-value added steps in the value stream. This is Terry Norris, and I hope you found this overview of the 5 principles of Lean helpful. Please visit our website at www.LeanConsultingWorks.com and let us help you get started or back on track in your Lean journey. We offer on-site Lean consulting in addition to various on-site Lean training classes. Our goal is to develop a strong professional relationship based on trust, with a focused approach in helping you reach your business objectives. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Have a great day.